Hey there. Just let me exercise that demon. Okay. Hey there, Scorpio. How are you guys doing? I hope you like the hair, because it's about what we're looking for right now. So, we're going to be doing your reading here, how to find a love spread, okay? And I'm not going to do a long intro like I did last time. So, just the normal 10-minute long intro. So much is going on right now. Sorry, there's wind in here, and so I like to do my readings using the sunlight and having the window open here so my cats can enjoy that. Fresh air. Alright. So this first card we're going to be looking at here on the How to Find Love spread, because this is about self-healing and stuff like that, so if this is like a quick fix for you guys, this is not a quick fix for you guys. That's what I meant to say. I'm disheveled. Okay, I'm going to center myself. Alright. So we're just going to be looking at how we can find love and what we can do and what kind of issues we can resolve and focus on. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. Alright, so our first card here, okay, is this. And we get the Daughter of Wands in reverse. And so this is, to me, because this is about you, this card represents you and the issues surrounding you. So if this is about you, I feel like you're coming to terms with something that has happened, where maybe you are either the bad guy or you were portrayed as the bad guy. But there's this sense of trying to come from a place of not wanting to be someone who's viewed as a liar. And maybe there's been rumors, maybe something has happened where you have lied to people, or they say you've lied to people, but there's definitely this kind of coming to terms with learning how to look at yourself and how to look at the situation. This could also be like in a new job situation where rumors are being started. But where we're focusing on love, I do feel like this is something where maybe people have said things that aren't true, and you're kind of having to come in and repair the damage. And what I'll say to this is that words don't do anything in these situations. It's actions that speak louder than words. So if you're trying to redeem yourself in some way, don't say this or that, but do what you need to do, okay? Because words are very hollow. It's a very, very hollow kind of currency in our society now, so we have to back them up with action. So our second card here, this card represents your behavioral patterns that are influencing your love life. And we get the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And so this could be stemming from... I feel like this could be stemming from a place of maybe not having enough money, or maybe trying to start some different projects and they kind of didn't work out. So this is a situation where you're sort of trying to understand the situations that are going on. You're trying to... There's my cat. Do you want out? Sorry, you guys. So many interruptions in this video. Just give me 1 second here. There we go. And the door's going to slam again, probably, but just bear with me here. So this could be something where you're not feeling stable in the material world. So there could be some family issues, there could be some marital issues, or there could be issues just anyway involving kind of like a basic security sense. And this makes it difficult to focus on love in the way that you want to focus on it, because I feel like right now love isn't exactly something that... The kind of love you're looking for isn't exactly something that you've found. So you're trying to understand it within yourself, within other people. You're trying to look at what love is. And when I see the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I see something starting to grow, but then maybe self-doubt stops it growing. Or maybe you have an idea for something you'd like to do, but there is that self-doubt. There's something where you're not starting because you're scared of failing, or maybe even scared of succeeding, right? There's just like a fear that I can feel here, right? And this could also be recently losing a job, like starting a job and then losing a job. So I don't feel like you had one for a long time for some of you, but you did lose it. For others of you, though, it could be having a job for a while and then kind of losing it. So our third card here, we're going to be focusing on... This card represents the areas that need further growth in order for you to find love. Okay, so we get the Five of Wands. So to me, this is focusing on not scattering your energies. So what that means is that we need to come at it from a way of like not spreading ourselves too thin. And I've said this in other readings too, but sometimes we like to help other people because it's not us. And because it's easier to help other people than it is to help ourselves. Because we know, objectively, we know what this person needs and we can help them. But when we look at ourselves and we try to help ourselves, we get stumped. And the reason why is because we've developed biases in our minds where we can't let ourselves help ourselves. It's the reasons why a lot of psychics go to other psychics, because they can't read their own energy, right? So we get too used to the way things are, and we have these built-up biases within ourselves, and it makes it difficult for us to understand situations that are going on with us, because we know ourselves too well, or sometimes not enough, to be able to identify the problems and to be able to move on from them, okay? That's why we can look at someone else and be like, oh, I know exactly what you need. But yet you're in the same situation, almost, and you're like, I don't know what to do. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I've been there too. It's one of those things that's incredibly frustrating, because then your friends are like, well, why don't you take your own advice? And you're like, okay. As a door slamming. And then you're like, well, I guess you're right, but you won't say it. You just kind of get to go away. I've had that happen. So just focus on one area of your life for now, whatever that happens to be. Right now we're doing a love reading, so if you need to focus on what love means to you exactly, then focus on that. Don't disregard it or think it's stupid or think it's whatever. Actually focus on it. Like, find out what you want in a relationship. Don't just say, like, you don't just want company. When we're talking about love, you don't just want company. You don't just want someone who would be considered the paperweight of relationships, who's just kind of there and just kind of weighing on things, just kind of there, you know. You'd want someone who's there in your life, who's helping you, who you're helping them, they're helping you, and there's kind of like a cooperation going on. You wouldn't want someone in your life that doesn't bring anything to the table, that doesn't help you in any way, that's just kind of a lump, you know what I mean? So focus on that. Focus on attracting the kind of person you would want. What does that mean? What do they look like? What's that kind of energy, right? Let me move this over. Okay. So then we have the fourth card here. This card represents the areas you need to change or process in order to find love. Okay. Now that's an interesting one. Okay, so this is where it gets good. All right. So Scorpio, you're a water sign. Okay. That's the end of that. I'm not going to say anymore. Nah, I'm just kidding. So you're a water sign. And this card right here kind of represents Scorpio in a lot of ways. So this would be the Knight of Cups in any other way. And the Knight of Cups is someone who, like, extends the cup outward. In other decks, they extend the cup outward and they're like, I'm giving you my heart. I'm giving you my emotions. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but, you know, I think you know what I'm trying to say. So with this card, though, in my deck, it's this kind of energy where it's strong emotions, but they're kind of like, it's like of a more in-depth nature. So it's very kind of not to the surface kind of an emotion. Like if you guys have ever talked with anyone and you've seen that they're hiding a lot underneath the surface, that's what this is. That's what this card kind of is right here, where it's like you're holding things and you're bubbling things underneath the surface here. So what you need to change and process is how you handle your emotions in this way regarding love. So if you handle your emotions in a way that's like true to yourself, then you don't have to worry about anything. But a lot of times we'll suppress our emotions, and Scorpios are hidden anyway. They're these kind of hidden people that they don't like to show emotion, because if they do, someone could take advantage of them and then they could get really hurt. So with this, we have to look at showing our emotion, and if someone tries to take advantage, then they're just being a dick. You know what I mean? Like, you have to show emotion in certain situations because that's the way that you're going to heal and you're going to grow. That doesn't mean blowing up at someone that didn't do anything, but that means knowing why you're feeling emotional in the first place and then going from there, expanding on the area, right? But we have to show emotion now more than ever, and that's something that's kind of difficult to do. Okay, so this is the fifth card. This card represents areas that need to be liberated within yourself to allow love into your life. And we get the Queen of Swords, okay? And this is also a Libra card. So what this means to me, if we're focusing on this, is areas that we need to liberate. We need to look at